Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Chris RD Gymnastic Music Sports channel, and we're going to watch together or rewatch together the men's vault finals during the 36th European Artistic Gymnastic Championship 2024 that happened in Rimini, Italy. And please subscribe, like, and share to this channel. And after this, we are going to rewatch the parallel bar and the horizontal bar. Again, this is the road to Paris Olympics 2024. And most of the gymnasts here are qualified for the Olympics. And we are seeing their routines. And at least we can predict something or to look forward for the Paris Olympics 2024 vault finals. Together with the people that Carlos Yudo will be competing with in this coming Olympics. Thank you very much. And now we have here the European Artistic Gymnastics Championship. Day 2 of the Senior Individual Apparatus Finals. So this is Rimini, Italy. A very beautiful city.
The place to be.
Very good central stage.
A place of celebration. A place of
Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share to this channel. Thank you very much.
That civilization upon civilization has escaped to take in the sun, to dip their toes in the water.
So ito, I think this is the sister of Jake Jarman. This is the mother of Jake Jarman and the father, Sir Tony. We start now our exciting event for the men's vault finals. Luke Whitehouse, 6 best in qualification. Dalawang beses na siyang world European champion sa floor. Qualified din siya sa vault. Wow, ang galing. He is a very good contentious for all around sa Paris Olympics. Great to see Igor Radivilov here, second best in qualification, 14.833.
The second best in qualification and the two-time champion of Europe, veteran Igor Radivilov.
2 times na siyang champion ng Europe sa vault.
Bronze medalist in London in
Nice.
2012.
2012, sumali siya sa Olympics. Arthur Dadjian, 14.416 junior qualification. That's baka may feeling ko may injury siya. Well, if you are having a World Cup series na 4 na dire-diretso, tapos diretso ka sa European Championship, medyo nakakapagod nga sa katawan yun. Imagine mo your travel. And we have here Jake Jarman, 14.816 during qualification. And very exciting ang career ni Jake Jarman para sa Olympics 2024. Maybe he will be the gold there.
Renaissance painting. Jake Jarman is a bold sculpture of a vaulter.
He really works hard, the half Filipino Jake Jarman. We have here from the Netherlands, Schmitz Kasmir.
Was the 4th best in qualification.
Pang-apat ng best sa qualifications.
Only the second Dutch gymnast.
Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share to this channel. Thank you very much. This is the premonition or a practice or a tryout for the Olympics. Luca Ghibellini. Yeah. That's why magkamukha sila ng kapatid niya. Ni Ghibellini sa Pommel Horse din. Mas matanda lang siya at mas malaki ang katawan. Mas slender yung kapatid niya pero magkamukha sila. From Ukraine too? Ay, oo, magaling din to. Si Chiporny Nazar. Wow, reigning World University Games champion. Galing. Wow, European Championship debut lang? Cunningham Dominic. Ang comedian na si Dominic. Makikita nyo siya sa mga vlog ni Rhys McClenaghan. In 2018, where he also made vault finals representing his previous nation, a couple of world championship vault finals, and he before nga siya ay lumalaban para sa Great Britain, si Dominic Cunningham. Those are the 8 contenders. It's great to see here Igor Radivilov. Vault competition. Yun yung coach ni Jake Jarman.
Let's just take stock of what we are about to see. We've got Whitehouse with Divilov,
Look, Whitehouse here. Two British and two Ukrainians.
and Cunningham in the second half of the final.
Si Armenia, medyo very unusual kay Arthur Dapian yung 14.516. Pero siguro pagod na pagod din yung katawan. Kasi competition, you know, having this kind of 4 World Cup series, magkakaroon ka ng travel and you will have also some, ang tawag doon, magkakaroon ka ng podium training, qualification, then finals, every weekend. And may pahinga na ng isang buwan dahil sa Ramadan. And that is very nakakapagod din talaga sa katawan yun. Buff na buff si Luke Whitehouse, oh. Itong katawan na to is, yan ang yung mga advantageous masyado para sa isang vaulter at sa mga floor specialist. Pero yung legs ni Luke Whitehouse medyo napapabayaan. Kailangan mas malakas pa yung legs. Ang exception lang doon si Jake Jarman is slender pero he can deliver a very good vault. Kailangan mo kasi ng mga matatag na muscles to support your legs to have a good form sa mga line landings. And look at the body of Igor Divilov. It's a very good vaulter. Adim Asil also. But Adim Asil wasn't able to compete for the finals for the vault here. Si Igor Divilov.
They are certainly the favorites for this title, but Radivilov could pop in with a surprise. He has been so good for so many years.
Yes, ang taga na nag-vault ni Igor Radivilov.
For the vault competition, these are your finalists, and the top performer in qualification was Nazar Chepurny.
Jarman J, pang-apat lang ng qualification. Luke Whitehouse ang pinakamataas ng qualification. Wow. We don't know what will happen to the Olympics. Maybe it can be Jake or it can be Luke White. Luke Whitehouse has a very good chance also in winning gold sa vault sa Olympics. May pag-asa si Luke Whitehouse na mag-podium sa vault sa Olympics. Dapat nating abangan. We should have to look at Luke Whitehouse as a potential or a dark horse.
Luke Whitehouse, the 6th best performer in qualification. His score was 14.4. He has a 5.6 and 5.2
to what he can do in the Olympics for the all-around.
The gymnast who won his second consecutive European Championship title on floor yesterday. He's having a superb...
He must be a regular Team GB because he is a very good gymnast. And a very good potential for Luke Whitehouse to deliver a medal, podium medal display. So now the first to go for the vault is Luke Whitehouse.
Luke Whitehouse, the 21-year-old.
Napakabata pa.
He can crisp up the execution of this first vault. He could be in contention. Dragulescu being indicated.
Dragulescu, medyo under-rotated siya. Kulang sa height. Sayang.
Never looked comfortable from start to finish. 8.8 execution.
Kulang sa push, see? Kulang sa height, under-rotated. Buti okay lang siya.
To get this vault up into the air and really go for it, completing the half twist. He does the half twist earlier than a lot of other gymnasts who prefer to do the double front somersault and then crank the half twist right before they land. He does it after his first somersault. Doesn't necessarily make it any more difficult. That's just what he prefers, but it just didn't go his way today.
Yeah. Medyo under-rotated siya, kulang sa height. He lacks the height during that somersault.
The Dragulescu is not a vault that he does all of the time. At the British Championships several weeks ago, he did the more simple roche, which is just a handspring double front.
And that's interesting, isn't it? As the score of 13.06.
Yeah, because of 7.766 execution score.
The way that vaults operate, the roche is essentially exactly the same vault, but it's the Dragulescu adds that half twist, and that's what you were saying was perhaps what was problematic. He started that in a slightly unusual way, and it just didn't quite work out.
And also, siya, under-rotated. Kulang din sa height.
It's more complicated than that.
His second vault was
He needs to have a more
14.4,
good
was well
height.
performed in qualifying.
Let's go, Luke. Nice one.
And it was stronger that time than the first
We have a
vault.
good chest
So,
level,
good finish
good
for Luke
height.
Whitehouse.
We will be seeing the gymnasts
Oh, that's-
tonight. Each of them will do 2 vaults from
The
2
junior
different
team
vault groups.
are there.
What that means essentially is that the entry onto the table is quite a lot different. This is a kind of Sukahara entry.
Today we'll be having a live. If you want to watch the live pala for the Euro team finals, there is a Eurovision Sports TV.
The Tasamatsu with 1.5 twists, blind landing. Note how centered he is.
Medyo awkward yung camera. Masyado yata malapit yung posisyon ng camera sa mga vaulter.
And just that
Pwedeng
step
madisgrasya yung camera
cost
doon.
him 1 to 3 tenths of a point in execution.
Malayo din pala. I thought malapit yung
He
camera.
aspires to be a sports therapist. He's a third-year undergraduate at Leeds Beckett University.
Wow.
He
Physical.
used to deliver his local magazine
Sports
in
therapist.
2024 Pocket Money. Now they write features about him in the aforementioned magazine.
13.6 to 8.83.
A 14.3
14.3 sa Vault 2.
second vault.
But he's a good contention, good representative of GB. He will be given a chance to
Igor Radivilov,
for Olympics.
the second best performer in qualification, the
Medyo
two-time
mababa ang kanyang
champion.
qualification score, 14.8.
He absolutely has the potential to win this because he has the potential to win every vault competition.
This is gonna be maybe a Dragulesco for Igor Radivilov.
12 medals at the European Championships. He's also one of the great
Hindi siya
women's
tumatanda. Good health and exercise will keep you
Totally
healthy
consistent in qualification,
and young.
14.833 for each vault.
He has 2 vaults of equal difficulty.
Yes, that's it.
Dragulescu, and it is enormous.
Enormous Dragulesco at taas ng chest sa landing.
That is
Very well.
gorgeous.
Stick to the
Wasn't it
floor.
wonderful? We see him do this year after year, but I'm not sure if lately he has done it better.
This is a great one. Ang taas ng height.
The amplitude is fantastic.
Awesome height.
The landing is so precise.
The control
Very
of this
precise
is
landing.
extraordinary.
And see, the level of chest and the body is amazing.
In the code of points, it is written that a correct landing is a prepared landing, not
Yeah.
one which happens by luck to finish in a standing position.
A prepared
And you can
a
see in
perfect
this
landing
play
is a
how
prepared
he
landing.
prepares for the landing, how he
Yes,
spots
prepared
the
and prepared
match,
just a
and
landing.
how it all comes together for him.
Yeah. You will not land
Really
by just
interesting
guessing.
phrase, isn't it, to consider as we watch all of the vaulting. Prepared landing.
That's a good term. I love it.
That was a
A
prepared
good landing is a prepared
Absolutely.
landing. 14.8.
14.8, only a fraction down from qualification.
Yeah, fraction down. Supposedly 14.9 ang mga si Carlos Julius having 14.9 score during the
The
Dragulesco.
second vault should be a Sukahara with a double pike after it. He can do it very well, but there have been occasions in the past where it has given him problems. This one the more suspenseful of the two.
Wow, ay dun siya.
Almost.
May
Well,
sa
the
almost
first half of the
there.
vault final was spectacular for Radivilov, and you were right to caution us as he
Medyo
attacked the
mahirap
second
nga,
vault.
no?
He's got so much power that the backwards momentum can sometimes be overwhelming, and it looked in this
Yeah.
case like it just was.
You mentioned prepared landing before. This is the definition, isn't it, of a landing that
Medyo
almost
side
comes
din
by
siya. If you can
surprise.
see, during the somersaults, just a little bit side.
See the mat coming, but once again, he's just got so much rotation pulling him backwards that unless you open
Yeah.
out at just the right moment, that can happen. And it looked like he might have held on to the pike just a fraction of a second too long. Had he opened out, he would have been able
Yes,
to go
oo.
for that landing.
Yes, if he open out most earlier, if he open up earlier, then hindi siguro siya kailangan mag-open up ng mas mabilis. Ang tagal niyang hinold yung a fraction of seconds na naka-hold siya sa kanyang pike, sa kanyang legs. If he open up very early,
For Igor Radivilov,
kung binitawan niya yung kamay
he's in the
niya,
lead, but it's a
mas
bundle.
madali siya makapag-balance. But it's fine.
Now this will be really interesting. The first vault for Arthur Davtyan in qualification was delightful.
I don't know
15.1
if there is a
finish,
Team
Dragulescu.
Ukraine for
He had some
Olympics.
unusual issues
Because if
with the
there is
second
no Team
vault.
Ukraine in Olympics, then
So
Igor will not
whatever
compete on
happens,
Olympics.
we won't know anything after this first
Let's
vault.
see here.
We'll come to the second vault in a minute. Let's start with what has been for some time.
Maybe this
one
gonna
of the
be a
definitive
Dragulesco for
Dragulescu
Arthur
vaults.
Davtyan. Yeah. Arthur Davtyan is doing Dragulesco every
Here
time
is
he does
defending
the
champion
first.
and the world champion from 2022.
Yeah,
Yes, well,
see?
that will do as a
Get
start.
one.
It will
He opened
certainly
up
do.
very
There's
earlier.
a little landing adjustment, but that was really well performed.
On
Yes.
the World Cup circuit of late, he has been quite a sticking machine with this Dragulescu. Here, he takes a tiny hop. That
Yes,
will
a very
only
tiny
cost him
hop.
1/10 of a point in execution.
That's the difference of him to Carlos Yulo. Carlos Yulo, every time he does the Dragulesco, he has a significant hop.
For vault gold on the World Cup stage all season.
But
He
you
has
see this
managed not to
one,
be defeated.
very minimal hop, and most of the time he sticks to the floor upon his landing for Arthur Davtyan of Armenia.
It's his 12th European Championships, would you believe? A remarkable
Wow.
longevity that he's
12
demonstrated.
European Championship for Arthur Davtyan. 15.1. See? Dragulesco is only, he got 15.1. Carlos Yulo is always having a 14.9. Whenever Carlos Yulo is doing a Dragulesco, because of the significant hope for Carlos Yulo, it needs to be corrected for Kaloy.
Qualification, he did not do the vault that he normally does. He did something of much lesser difficulty. This should be a handspring front 2.5 twist, the Yeo vault. But it wasn't in qualification. Received a D-score of only 4.8. So that makes this something of a test for him now.
Ay, sayang!
Well, he did it. It is not a characteristic landing.
Yeah, that is not very Arthur Davtyan. Maybe pagod na si Arthur Davtyan kasi ang dami niyang sinaliyang competition.
In the qualification, that's already a victory. Let's take another look. Yeah, he's almost a little tentative on the twist. And you see that he really has to pike his
Napagod
body
na
back
si
because
Arthur
he's
Davtyan
crunching
sa
just a little
kakakompete.
bit because he senses that he's not quite got the height to open out and go for a good landing. He's certainly done this better, but
Yeah.
it's nice to see him go out and do it after the miss in qualification. Phew.
He does this better. Pagod na si Arthur
It's
Davtyan.
interesting. He's been so
Sa dami ba
consistent
naman na
in
competition na
World Cup
sinalihan?
competition with both of the vaults. Just a little wobble here and there, but he is
14.6 for Vault 2.
8.5, a 14.6 for the
8.50.
second vault. So he is almost a full mark up from qualification. Now it does make it possible for him to be caught. A gymnast who has a chance is Jake Jarman.
Yes, he has a big
Much will
chance for
depend on
Jake
the
Jarman
clarity
to
of
be in a
vault
gold
number
here.
one. He had a 0.1 penalty for his huge 6.0 difficulty vault in the preliminary round.
3.5 twist
14.933.
for
He can
6.0
score 15
difficulty
plus
kay
for
Jake
this. He's
Jarman.
done it before.
Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share kay Chris RD Gymnastics Music Sports channel. Thank you very much, friends.
Jake Jarman of Great Britain.
And that's it.
Well, that's a very compelling start.
Yes,
he does
a
have
good
the 0.1 step out of bounds.
0.1
Again,
deduction.
as was the case
At least 0.1
in
lang.
qualifying, it's still, for that extra 0.4, going to be a big score.
0.1 deduction lang yung pag-step
About
outside.
execution, particularly on the landing in the air. It's absolutely fantastic. In addition to the 0.1 for going over the white tram line, he will have 0.3 to 0.5 because of the large step. But
Yeah.
there's a lot to admire about this because it is
0.3 to
so
0.5.
complicated.
Yeah, large step, 0.3 to 0.5.
Full twist. compared to what we saw from Luke Whitehouse in his second vault. And you just count them and you marvel, don't you?
Well,
Pero buti hindi siya tumba.
1, 2, 3 and a half.
Oh, 3.5 twist.
Off and clean them, 'cause I
He's a coach,
It's
a
almost
buff
fun,
coach.
honestly.
But it is no trick of the eye. It is 15 for Jarman, and that is up from qualification by almost a tenth of a mark.
A tenth of the mark. 15.0. The gymnast is having the most difficult vault. Jake Jarman.
The second vault for Jake Jarman. Now he's in a position where he could go into the lead. This is a mere 5.6 difficulty compared to the first vault. It's still very, very complicated. If he performs it well, he might take this. Dragulescu incoming.
Wow!
Now then!
That's one.
Arta Davtyan, 14.85. Jake Jarman could make a run for this.
Yes, he could make a run
It's
of
going to be
it.
tight.
Well, it
Pwede
is
siyang
only a
dito.
Dragulescu, only in quotation marks, but he sure does make this look easy.
Si Dragulesco. One.
Fantastic block from
Ang
the
ganda
table.
ng Dragulescu
Plenty of
niya.
time to get the double front somersault and the half twist in and open out for that landing. This is actually
Yeah, nag-open up siya ng mas maaga.
more control than he did at the World Championships when he won. So it is already an improvement. And believe it or not, he has talked about potentially adding an extra half twist to this vault, something nobody else has ever done. He's playing
Extra
with it
half
in the
twist?
gym, but he did say that if he does it, it will be sometime in the future, after the Olympics.
Extra half twist.
Well,
Oh,
he has
I know.
been somebody who has pushed the envelope in terms of his complexity of vaulting for quite some time now.
It does make you wonder
He's
what
modifying the Dragulesco.
How's it going to be, this number for Jake Jarman? It is going to be very tight. He's just got it!
Wow, 14.883. 14.766 sa second vault.
14.766 for the second vault. That is a gap of 0.033 ahead of Arta Davtyan.
0.033 gap
So at the
from
halfway stage of
Arthur
this
Davtyan.
men's vault final, it is Jake Jarman, Arta Davtyan, Igor Radivilov, and Luke Whitehouse.
Eh, yung mga manlakas sa vault, naroon na sa first na nag-perform eh.
to this vault final. And just like Radivilov, we shouldn't count him out either.
Igor Radivilov, Jake Jarman, and Arthur Davtyan. Those are the strongest vaulter here.
So what we have to come is Casimir Schmidt, Luca Giubellini, Nazar
Ang
Cipriani,
gagaling nila, friends, family. Comment down below kung sino paborito yung vaulter dito.
If Cipriani
Siyempre, ako kay Jake
gets
Jarman
to
kasi
the
half
preliminary
Filipino.
round, he will win.
And he's friends with the Philippine
He'll
team.
do it. He got 14.9.
Grabe ang tattoo ni Casimir Schmidt. Sinayang niya ang magandang skin niya. Nagpatato lang.
I genuinely think, Blythe, that this Jake Jarman, Arta Davtyan contretemps that we're enjoying in vaulting competition, it opens up that lovely debate about
Si Dominic.
difficulty and execution.
The comedian Dominic. Makikita niyo siya sa mga vlog ni Rhys McLenigan eh.
Aside from
Napaka-comedian
the
yan.
he had today, the generally exquisite execution of his vaulting versus with Jake Jarman, some stronger form issues here and there, but greater complexity. There is really no right or wrong, is there? It's sort of personal preference gymnastically.
Oh, exactly. And actually, they're both trying
Mababa yung score ni Jake Jarman sa Dragulesco kasi yung step back niya. Pero nakalamang siya sa vault 1.
Fantastic execution and then added difficulty little by little. Jake Jarman has come at things in the opposite direction. He starts out with massive difficulty and then he refines.
And we get to enjoy
Yeah,
both.
massive difficulty muna bago mas mababa.
Them get better and better.
Jake Jarman's getting better and better.
Competition to push them.
Pero ang taas ng score ni Carlos Yulo nung World Cup Doha. Ang kailangan lang gawin dito ni
Now to
Jarman, linisin
Casimir
niya yung
Schmidt,
ibang
the
mga
European Games silver medalist on vaulting
executions,
back
linisin yung
in
Dragulesco.
2015. I remember it well. Lovely event, the first European.
Alam na nila yon yung mga dapat ayusin sa Dragulesco
In the
dito.
most recent edition in Krakow, Małopolska, but hopefully it will return in due course. The only Dutch medalist ever on vault, Jeffrey Varmus, 2005 and 2007, won bronze. Schmidt, the fourth best in qualification.
Sayang.
And seemed to go down there
Ang
for
baba.
Casimir Schmidt.
Mukhang
Interestingly for him,
umamak sa floor si
he
Casimir
starts
Schmidt.
with a vault that a lot of people who have two 5.6s use as their second vault.
Yes, indeed. This was the same vault that we saw from Davtian just a while ago. Handspring front layout, 2.5 twists.
Ayun o, napahawak niya sa floor and that will be 1 whole point deduction.
Doesn't get the height of Davtian.
Tapos leg crossing pa siya, leg separation. Kabado siya sa vault niya. Bends pa ang daming deductions dito. Maybe 13.0, ang daming deductions talaga. Yeah, see?
It's a question, if the hands touch, does it count as a fall? And the answer is yes or no. If there is support on the hands, it will be a 1 point deduction. However, if the judges determine that it's a brush, a touch, or a hit, he will only lose 0.3 of a point. But
yeah.
Either way, there are a lot of deductions.
13.2, ang daming deductions talaga. 1 whole point deductions.
The deduction for, or the execution score for Casimir Schmidt, indicating that a lot was taken away there. So we have the second vault coming up for Casimir Schmidt.
Second vault na ni Casimir Schmidt.
Vault in qualification, 14.633 to the 14.5 for vault number 1.
Yon! Ow, sayang. 1, 2. Terrific deduction na naman, sayang. Let's see what, anong nangyari kay Casimir Schmidt dito? Anong problema doon sa second vault niya? Bakit siya nagkaganon? Kailangan kasi mag-open ng maaga eh. Dragulesco, hindi siya nag-open ng kamay niya. Kaya na-outbalance siya. Ayan o, kung in-open niya na mas maaga, open dapat na doon. Na-late siya sa pag-open. Yun ang problema sa mga Dragulesco. Kailangan, mag-open ka na mas maaga. 1, 2, open dapat na dyan. Na-late siya sa pag-open, kaya siya nagkaroon ng na-outbalance. 1, 2, open na dapat doon. Tulad sa ginawa ni Jake Jarman kanina, nag-open na siya agad ng kamay. Masyado namang disappointing yung mga reactions ng mga coaches nila.
For the second vault, so 13.566, the average score for Casimir Schmidt. That has him positioned 5th, and we have 3.
Pogi ni Luca. Kamukha siya ng kapatid niya, kaya mas malaki ng katawan niya.
The first medalist on vault for the Swiss at the men's.
Team Switzerland is umaariba na rin sa World Championship.
In 1998, he was the runner-up at the national championships.
This should be his Dragulescu.
Yon, good one.
My goodness!
It's certainly amazing, Dragulesco.
And
a stuck one at that.
Yes, very good.
The gymnast generates so much torque.
This is stellar.
When you see them land like a dart, it's always stunning.
See the way that he open. Yun lang, hindi pa siya nag-open. Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
Control niya.
chuckle at it quite rightly, but the muscular strength required to do that
Yes.
is stunning.
Oh, completely.
Kitang-kita sa katawan eh.
It's a vault that he gets great distance from the table on as well. The same thing we saw from Casimir Schmidt.
Great
In the
control.
air, his knees are apart a bit, and you know, you can talk about compression on landing. The chest is a little bit low, but still hugely impressive.
Honestly, I mean, he stands up like that from landing the vault in that low position. I struggle when I get out of a chair. I make a groaning noise. 14.366.
Congratulations for that first vault. Medyo mababa lang kasi talaga yung pagland niya, nagparallel sa floor. Yeah, low landing position, kaya mababa ang score. Pero overall, it was a very awesome one.
Really good young gymnast. His vault number 2, 5.2 in qualification.
5.2? Ow! Sayang!
One unfortunately doesn't quite work, and
sayang.
It's a reaction of such disappointment, isn't it, for the young man?
Powerful,
but it's fine, you can learn for that.
And I mean, with reason, you go out and you stick the first vault in a European vault final, and then, well, you begin to dream.
Kulang siya eh.
It looked that he was perhaps trying to be a little too perfect. And as a result, some under-rotation.
Under-rotation siya. Yung pag-push niya, humawak siya sa vault in a wrong position. Yung sa push nagka-problema.
Nonetheless,
dapat doon siya sa medyo mas malapit-lapit doon. Nag-adjust pa sana siya. But it's very fine. He can be good.
The Swiss fans in the crowd.
Swiss fans, sayang.
So very close.
He says that his greatest contribution, his greatest talent to society is his useless football knowledge. Please don't take that away from me, it's all I've got. 13.516 is his average score.
Dating football player, ngayon gymnast na.
So at the moment we've got Jarman, Davtyan, Radivilov, 1, 2 and 3. But there's a gap to get into the medal standings because Radivilov's on 14. The other two are 14.8 plus. This is Nazar Chiponi, the top qualifier, 14.9. Quite simply, if he does this now, he goes into the lead. That's a good start.
That's massive.
A good start from Nazar Chiponi. The second vault was the stronger from an execution standpoint in qualification. You're watching here the reigning World Universities champion.
And despite the step on the landing,
let's see the Dragulesco.
That will incur in the air. This is quite good.
Good one. Nice, nice height.
Compared to Jake Jarman, he has a 0.4 of a point disadvantage in difficulty, and so if he is to win it, he's going to have to do it on execution.
Yeah.
It's a very fair start.
See the push? Humawak siya doon sa medyo si Swiss na na gymnast. Medyo mali yung hawak niya doon sa vault. Kailangan doon at least may distance doon sa red. So medyo sa may red line nag-push si si Swiss.
14.733. So that means now he's got to step up this second vault from
14.733.
for it in the
Jake Jarman was 15 point something sa first
another
vault.
5.6 difficulty vault. Remarkable to think this is his senior European Championship debut.
Should be a Kasamatsu double twist.
Wow, amazing.
Another really good vault from
a good vault. Ang taas ng chest sa landing.
And in the air, it is more than just good. It is great.
Great one sa air. Ang taas ng height niya eh. See, and ang ganda ng line sa air. See the line? Ang ganda.
Great twist. His ankles aren't crossed in the air. His toes are pointed. His legs are completely straight. It's everything you could ask for in the second phase of the vault, the afterflight. But once again, the step. That looks like it's only going to be a 1/10 of a point, but we are playing a game of tenths.
won the bronze medal at the last World Championships. He's certainly going to be in a podium position with one to go. It's just a question of where. 14.883, that's Jake Jarman, leads the way.
14.83. Wow,
Not quite.
14.766.
14.749. He is, however,
14.7.9.
likely to get a medal at his maiden European Championships. Nazar Ciperni, 14.766 for the second vault.
Mas mataas ang score niya kay Igor Divilov. Bakit mababa ang score ni Igor Divilov? Mas mataas si Ciperni. Mas mabilis naman ang vote ni Igor kaysa kay Nazar. Hindi ko masyadong maintindihan. May very minute details silang nakikita kay Igor.
This was fantastic in prelims. A Schufelt.
Wow, nice one.
Very well to stand that up, Dom Cunningham. That's the
Great
first
one,
of the
Dom.
Kyle Schufelt vaults that we've seen in this final.
Great to see Dom here.
And he really does look like he could get up at 3 a.m. and come into the gym and do this vault like that.
3 a.m.
So
OMG.
consistent with it. Round off onto the board, back handspring onto the table, and then
Handspring.
2.5 twist. He is a bit
Sayang na
low
yung
on
sa
the
landing lang, masyadong mababa lang yung sa
Experience.
landing niya.
He knows exactly where he is and what he needs to do in order to stand up.
Pero at least siya, it was a good save. Dapat hindi sana siya masyadong parallel, mas more control pa siguro.
He is a fiercely determined chap, is Dom Cunningham. The veteran stage of his career now, but you're watching a two-time vault finalist at the World Championships, a medalist from the Commonwealth Games on this apparatus.
Nice.
And of course he was the champion of Europe on floor in Glasgow in 2018, where he also worked as the cheerleader for the entire arena during the competition because he was glorious entertainment. 14.133 is down by
Cheerleader
close to
the
half a mark
arena.
from the qualification phase for all of the reasons that Clyde Lawrence outlined. We go to vault number 2 for Ireland's Dom Cunningham.
Sorry.
Another twisted
Comedian
vault.
Dominic. Good
And
one.
that's well performed with just a little shuffle as he lands it. Dom Cunningham completes
Great job,
the
Dom.
European Championship vault final.
Good
Great
one,
to see
Dom.
him back in European Championship final action.
This is the Kasamatsu with a full twist. We've already seen it once tonight. And just really nicely done.
Yeah, that's nicely done for his Kasamatsu.
I think another thing that one ought to say about Dom Cunningham is that he adds intrinsic value to any team that he's part of. He is a motivating force. He's got energy,
Kasamatsu.
hugely
I love
valued
the
by
energy of
Irish
Dominic
teams over the
coming
years.
from.
And he's
Great
in
one.
fifth position. That's
The
a
fifth
great
position.
step up for Dom Cunningham. He's way better than in qualification. And as a result of that, Jake Jarman has won again. The
Yes.
two-time European champion.
Two-time European champion involved, Jake Jarman now.
Final when he was victorious over
Awesome
the
job for
Armenian
Jake
art doctor.
Jarman. Congratulations, family,
Congratulations
Jarman's
to him.
family.
A long-awaited European Championship debut. He's done
Congratulations
all
to
of the
Sir Tony
other big
and
yearly
Rose.
competitions. But that time, there was no denying him his place in the team, and he's managed to get a bronze medal.
Congratulations,
Jake
Ma'am
Jarman again,
Rose.
Jake Jarman again.
And Sir Tony.
He was a
Sa
bit
inyong family.
disappointed with his performance in the floor final last night. And so this is something of redemption for Jake Jarman on vault. And that Yonakura, his first vault, oh, it's just stunning every time we see it.
The classified results in the vault competition. The bronze medal won by Nazar Ciperni of Ukraine. The silver medal going to Artur Davtyan of Armenia, and the European Championship title for the second time to Jake Jarman of Great Britain. Very close, 0.033, the gap at the top of the table. Was run
And some look back at the winning performance, Nazar Chaporny of ng Ukraine.
14.733.
Nice, 14.733 ang score niya. Great job kay Nazar.
14.766 for vault number 2.
14.766 sa vault 2 ni Nazar.
And that led to an average score of 14.749. That was 3/4 of a mark stronger than his teammate Igor Radivilov, who finished 4th.
Ang ganda na ng line ni Nazar.
Artur Davtyan.
Si Artur Davtyan.
His account with the Dragulescu scoring 15.1.
Ang ganda ng Dragulescu niya.
Delightful from him.
Look at that Dragulescu, perfectly done.
The second vault was
Second vault lang.
14.6, a 9.1 execution.
Parang dito siya nagkamali din sa World Championship
He
eh.
sometimes produces, but he still got it fully completed, which was not the case in qualification. As a result, his average score was 14.85, and he took second place.
Pero mostly nag-i-stick din sa floor si Artur Davtyan dito. Ay, napagod na si Artur Davtyan kaka-compete. This is his 5th competition in a row. 5th major competition. And the golden performance of Jake Jarman.
The most difficult thing that we saw in the entire final. He nearly landed out of the building as well. He got so much amplitude on it. 6.0 difficulty, 9.1 execution, a 15 score when one factors in that single 10th lost for stepping out of bounds for his Dragulescu, a 14.766.
Wow.
That led
14.766 ang score niya sa Dragulescu.
and the title of champion of Europe.
If he can clean up more his Dragulescu, maybe he can score 15.1 to 15.2 sa vault. Ano kaya dapat gawin ayusin dito ni Jake Jarman sa Dragulescu? Thank you. Panoorin ulit natin ang golden performance ni Jake Jarman sa vault.
This first vault glide, something special.
Oh, extraordinary. And I
Wow, see?
that there are gymnasts around the world watching this.
But during the qualifications, he perfected this one, or during the podium training.
It's true, isn't it? There are some gymnasts who astonish other gymnasts. All gymnasts astonish us. All gymnasts astonish
Wow.
the world because gymnastics
Dragulescu,
is by its nature astonishing.
massively
It is one
beautiful.
of the jaw-dropping sports. All elite level sports are jaw-dropping. Gymnastics has a visual spectacle that is always beyond championships of
We
artistic
have here
gymnastics.
the
At the Rimini
medal
Fiera
ceremony for the
Romagna.
men's vault finals. Nazar Chaporny of Ukraine.
Came to this championships, his first ever European Championships, with youth Olympic medals, with junior World Championship medals, with World University Games medals,
Wow.
and a World Championship medal. And now
Galing.
we've got a European Championship one too. Nazar Chaporny, the bronze medalist.
World University Games gold medalist in vault for Nazar Chaporny.
Even when
Artur
his vaulting is not
Davtyan,
completely spot
the FIG
on,
Apparatus World
there's
Cup
still
champion.
possibility to win it. Artur Davtyan takes
Feeling ko
the silver
napagod na
medal
si Artur Davtyan eh. This is the 5th
yet again.
major competition of Artur Davtyan, and he needs to rest maybe after this one.
Gentleman who won it last time has another medal in 20.
Representing the Great Britain, Jake Jarman representing Great Britain.
The World Championships in the rematch that everyone wants to see in vaulting at the moment. This one
Yes,
went
the
to
second
Jake Jarman.
gold medal of...
It doesn't mean anything conclusively in the contest between Jarman and Davtyan because they are rather trading victories at the moment, and it makes the sport so enjoyable for all of us to watch. But Jake Jarman on this occasion got the upper hand, and he won his second European Championship vault title.
Congratulations kay sa family ng Jarman.
Presentations being completed, we will now have the national anthem of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
We will be hearing the national anthem of the Great Britain in Northern Ireland.
First line of the second verse of God Save the King. Thy choicest gifts in store, on him be pleased to pour. Well, the choicest gift in that vault final was the Yonikura of Jake Jarman, and it leads to him being the champion of Europe. They thought they got away from Luigi there, but it turns out that's never possible.
So awesome to see the medalists for men's vault finals.
European Championships in Rimini. Jake Jarman taking hold of that banana with the facial expression of a man who was thinking, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this inflatable banana.
He was given a
What
banana.
he's supposed to do every time he steps up to the vaulting table. Take it back, please, he says to Luigi.
Take it back. Congratulations and thank you very much for watching the vault finals.